So my guru mantra is that one should learn and keep learning and keep upgrading yourself. Whatever happens, whatever you become in life, but you have to be a very good human being, humble and polite.
Hello and a very warm welcome to Great Principles. I am Seema Chhoriya. I bring to you another legendary figure from the world of Indian academia. Educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. These words by Aristotle, the legendary Greek philosopher and the first genuine scientist who created the logic system, emphasize on the importance of educating the heart. In those terms, then, my Aristotelian guest of today follows this philosophy of promoting positive relationships as a way to holistic learning. Please join me in welcoming Mrs. Taruna Kapoor, Principal, Ramagya School, Dadri, Ghaziabad. Welcome to Great Principles, ma'am. It's an honor to have you.
The entire pleasure is mine. It is really an overwhelming moment for me to be here with you all.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And we are looking forward to an insightful session. I'm sure my viewers are going to gain a lot today. So let us start from your once upon a time. So as a mother, you wanted to influence and inspire young mind and by being compassionate and empathetic. So tell me, were you successful in your attempts to mentor and nurture children by being mindful of their needs?
Yes, I feel that yes, I have done a good job, not boasting myself and not talking high about myself, but yes, I have lived with my children. I have lived with in my classrooms, my children who are 20 years back, who were my kids when I taught them in a kindergarten class. They still look up to me, and whenever they meet, they are in touch with me. So that is a big achievement in a teacher's life, that you are still in touch with the children whom you have taught them when they were 3 years or 4 years old. So and that mark is still there in the parents' mind, in their in the mentors where I've started my career. I started my career when I was 20 years of age, and I grew with the same organization. I gave them 15 years. I grew from a teacher to a leader. So that kind of relationship is only when you deliver quality, and when you are passionate, when you do whatever you do, you live in those moments and you give the best.
Completely agree to you, ma'am. There are a few more thoughts on these lines. It is said that these days children take you for granted. From parents, we become friends, from teachers. Oh my God, there are so many roles that teacher is expected to play. You have to be mentor, guide, friend. So what is your take on this? Do we need to play the role we are supposed to, or we need to be friendly with the children? How should we go about it?
See, there has to be a proper balance, yes. But if you ask me, in my total career, I have been very friendly and very open with my kids. And today, if I'm sitting on this chair, the children can walk into my office, whether they are 3 years old or 10 years or 15 years, no matter. If they have a problem or if they have some achievement, they will run up to my room, and the doors are always open for them. And yes, but when it comes to, sometimes it's not that the children they don't make mistakes. When they make mistakes, there are ways of addressing those problems, and to tell them that you are wrong here. It is not that always scolding or hitting or something like that helps you. No, that doesn't help. That makes that brings a lot of distance between the child and the teacher or the mother, whosoever, the mentor. So it's always important to leave an impact with love and trust. So I think when you deal with love and trust, the things are better and they shape the future better.
Absolutely. And this generation is the one which believes in respect, and that respect comes out of actually the essence of respect. It doesn't come out of fear. They respect you because they believe that you are the one who needs to be respected.
Yes,
So
they
gone are
look
the
up to
days.
you.
Yeah, they look up to you. Gone are those days when we were scared. Oh my God, sir is walking down the corridor. We should not make an eye contact. Those
Yes,
days are gone. And yes, ma'am, you rightly said there has to be a perfect balance. And that is where many times many people fail. They forget to balance it out. They become
yes.
over friendly, and they lose what is needed to be done.
And I also feel that all the children are special, they have something or the other in them. It is how you take out that special feature from them. And I don't believe that they are slow learners, or I simply have, I simply feel with my experience that you can take out the best of the child. It is just that how you mold the child, that is very, very important. How to take out, with love, or with motivation, or with a lot of warmth, I don't know. But yes, a teacher is the one who can take out the best of the child.
Certainly. And we all look up to our teachers, everyone, each one of us. We
Yes,
believe, and these 2 years, when children were far away from the teachers, the human touch they left, we understood how important teachers are and what role they
yes,
play in the lives of a student.
very true.
Going ahead in our conversation, ma'am, it is said that and nothing is built in a day. Like Rome was not built in a day. It took many men and labor that built the nation. So the modern society look up to educators for everything, and we don't expect that educators can have a magic wand and can change in a day. What measures should educators take to ensure children developed essential life skills? And yes, that will not happen in a day. It will eventually, gradually.
Oh, for me, I feel that you should, whether a teacher or a leader or a student, they should be lifelong learners. Whatever comes your way, you should try to grab it. You should be, not miser in that. No, I will not take. I think that their age is not a barrier. Nothing is a barrier when it comes to learning. So my guru mantra is that one should learn and keep learning and keep upgrading yourself. So see, like you spoke about this pandemic, and the teachers were not that tech friendly, but yes, because this learning, Microsoft tools, Teams, and so many things came up, and the teachers are now doing a wonderful, wonderful job, because they just went in for learning more and giving the best. So
Right.
that is how it is. So my guru mantra for leaders is that yes, we should learn. We should make our teachers learn. We should rather make all the stakeholders being on the same platform, so that what you give them, the other ones should also reciprocate and should adopt. So that should be there in the system. And for me, my children, my school is located in a rural area, but I'm proud to share with you that every week we are collaborating on an international platform, and they are speakers in the international webinars. They're using the Microsoft tools like Padlet, Wakelet, Kahoot. You name an app, and they are able to use that tool so well. And they are very confident in delivering, taking a Kahoot quiz on international global platforms. So that gives you a contentment and a sense of achievement, that yes, you have done something which is required in today's era.
A very important takeaway that yes, lifelong learning is something, if you develop this in children, then there is no way looking back. Lifelong
Yes.
learning, lifelong learners is a trait that each one of us need to have in whichever walk of life we are. Once we understand the importance of learning, that is a constant activity. That is what we have, win the whole battle there. So wonderful takeaway from ma'am's answer. Going ahead, ma'am, in a conversation, my next question stands for the recognition, the appreciation, the awards, which keep us all motivated and going. So, like a stairwell, awards and rewards take you higher and closer to your goals. This is what we all believe, and that is why we even reward our children, right? So, should awards be the only way to gauge our success as educators, or there could be other measures too?
I think that, as I told you, uh, for me, my awards are my children.
Right.
I live with them. I today also, on this, sitting on this chair, I live with the achievements of my children. That if they do well, I am awarded. If they have learned well, I am awarded. Of course, awards give us motivation, a lot of motivation. But yes, I feel that when your children, who are the future of our country, of the world, when they do something great, that gives you a sense of pride and success. What I personally feel, that then the success stories are built, that yes, are made, that the children did so well. The children were, they got laurels for the school. They did a commendable job in their academics. They achieved a big this thing. So that is very important for me.
Certainly, ma'am. We parents, we have two children, but you are parents to thousands of them. And when our children do very well, that is what gives us satisfaction. We don't
Yes.
expect any
Mhm.
reward or award against it. So it's great to know your thoughts on this. That like you are like your thinking is in the way of a parent. For you, all your children, all these students are your own children, and their success is what gives you glory.
Yes.
So what a beautiful thought. Going ahead, ma'am, in good times we have the person who, all everyone stand by it. But when we are in need of support, there are tough times. That is when our true supporters show up, and we understand that, all right, these are the people, those whom I can look up to for any kind of help. So name that educationers that you look up for your inspiration, advice, and support.
For me, the tough times don't last. Tough people last. And yes, I would like to share that whatever I am today, I am because of Miss Ashna Nigam, who with whom I have taken, moved forward such a long journey, spending, traveling 15 years, or learning in the same premises for 15 years is a big, big thing. Growing from a teacher to a leader, she is the one who has always motivated, and I would say that I look up to her today also. Whenever I need some advice, I really look up to her, and we are still in touch. And she's a principal of DPS Kalyanpur Kanpur.
Right. Wonderful. This is great to know that you have such a go-to person always there with you. And once we all have achieved that one person in our life is sorted. We know wherever we go wrong, there is someone to handhold and guide us. So that is where we come up with a very interesting segment of the show, which is called Rapid Fire Round. So you have to answer in one word or a statement, ma'am. Yeah. All right. So here we go with our first question. What are your hobbies? How do you like to spend your recreational time?
Learning. I am a National Geographic educator. I have done at least 20 courses in National Geographic
Wow.
educator portal. I'm a Microsoft educator. I have done almost 250 courses over there. So I keep on learning and upgrading myself, and giving it to my children and sharing it with them. That is my biggest hobby, and or you say that whatever it is.
Wonderful. And that is the biggest trait of a good leader, too. A learner is a trait that all leaders require today. Going ahead, tell us about a funny or a weird incident in your life.
Difficult question to recollect. But yes, at times it happens that you think that this won't go well, but surprisingly, a lot of surprises come and the things go well. And that is how it happened with me also. Once my student Abhishek, he had to be an international speaker in Japan. So
Yeah.
I thought that the network is not working, but when I was talking behind, it was being heard over there, and it was working, and it was perfectly fine. That was the a happiest or a hilarious moment for the educators there, and for me as well.
Wonderful. All of us look up like educators, especially principals and leaders, school leaders. They have to be always serious, and they have to just sit and ensure that everything is functioning smoothly. And that is why we want to bring this light side of educators. That there are few incidents which make bring smiles on their faces too.
Yes, yes.
Going ahead, you are trained in the art of pottery. Do you have any few pieces of pottery that you baked? Can you show us those?
I don't have now, because I am sitting in my office. Yes, of course, I'm a very good painter. I make beautiful paintings of Shiva, and pots also. I wonderfully paint them, because I have got a diploma in 2 years in textile designing as well. So here I don't have in the school. I'm sorry, but then yes, of course, they're at home. I would have shared if I would have been at home.
Wonderful. It's great to know there are so many qualities and so many facets you have, ma'am. It's difficult to judge now. You are a good baker, you are a potter, you're a trained potter, and then you paint also so well. Then you are a learner, and so many courses that you mentioned. It's such great to know about you. Going ahead, ma'am. So, and I also know that you love to travel and travel far and wide. So, name your last destination where you traveled.
Abhi, recently I'd gone to Shirdi, because I'm a Sai Bhagat, and I that was a lovely, lovely trip with my daughter. We had gone to Shirdi, Trambakeshwar, Shiva Temple, and really it was a beautiful, beautiful trip.
All right. Coming up to the last question of this section, an activity that fascinates you.
Activity that fascinates me is like doing something different with the children, teaching the chapter differently, and doing it differently with the children fascinates me.
Wonderful. It was great to know you in this segment. And from the answers of this segment, there comes a surprise question here. So, as you were talking about your trip to Shirdi with your daughter and how wonderful that experience was, I would like to know how can we educators, parents, teach our children about the power of existence of God? And do you believe that our children need to believe that yes, there is some kind of power which is there for us?
Yes, that is the omnipresent. God is omnipresent, and I always teach my children that these sanskaras are very important in life. God is there, Almighty is there. You cannot do anything without His instructions and His power. So yes, my children, we celebrate everything, all the festivals, religious festivals in the school, so that they are close to the roots and they know.
Certainly. We all, I think believing in God gives us hope. We all, and that is the most easy thing. Bhagwan ki marzi, God did it all. This is all destined to be happen, and that is one easy way to move out also of the trouble, and yet keep a hope that everything will fall in place. So that is the importance of believing in God, and I'm really happy to see that how ma'am is, practicing all these things in our schools and ensuring that children understand the idea behind why we worship God and why this power is called so mighty. So this brings to me to the last question of the show, and it is called viewers choice question. So it says that how can we all work toward a common cause of building a strong nation through our children?
See, if we all work hand in hand together and think about the future of the children, and as all stakeholders, we move forward for building a community which is sustainable, and where the children are well nurtured and well educated with all the tools and everything, that will lead the education system to greater heights and make children a very good human being. So whenever I talk to my children, I always tell them that is a mantra for them, that whatever happens, whatever you become in life, but you have to be a very good human being, humble and polite, and you have to be that.
Right. And I suppose, ma'am, you are also in collaboration with few NGOs like Goonj or Habitat for Humanity.
Yes, yes, we
So
keep on doing that. The children go, and they donate the things. They sit with them. They do different projects with them, so that they understand that what are their needs, and how they blessed they are, and what all they can share with the children.
yeah, so this kind of experiences are very much required, and I'm really delighted to show that to share with you. Like a few days back, I had an educator who was sharing me that they had made it mandatory for their 11th and 12th students to go and teach these children, on weekends, and share the report how they felt after sharing the knowledge that they have. And
Yes,
today we are getting to know this, that the school is ensuring that children visit to these places, share the extra lots, and understand the experiences, and understand what it means to have all the privileges that we all are having, and thereby teaching the children to value everything.
yes.
Yeah, so it was great to know the vision, the ideologies, your thought process, ma'am. I'm really happy to have a conversation with you, and I'm sure my viewers must have gained a lot of insights from this conversation. Thank you so much for your time with us. We feel privileged to have you today.
Thank you so much. Have a good day. Have a happy day.